During the earliest days of Rise's release, Palamutes were the hot new thing, and pretty much everyone was using them. That wasn't really surprising. They are a fast means of travel, they have some nice gear that sets them apart from Palicos. It's easier to farm for a perfect Palamute than a Palico, because you only need to sift through one set of passive skills, and you can ride them to sharpen safely. Now that the game has been out for a while though, I see a lot of YouTubers bringing two Palicos, forgoing the Palamutes entirely. I've even seen randoms in multiplayer hunts choosing to bring Palicos as their one buddy. Now that really isn't that surprising. There's a lot of reasons to bring Palicos. The Palicos have a lot of really useful moves. Once you have all the subcamps unlocked, skillful use of the wirebook can get you to the monster almost as quick as a Palamute. Sharpening turns out to be not that much of a concern since the grinder decorations are one of the few really useful level 1 decorations. Most importantly though, Rise is a game where the more materials you can gather per quest, the better, so you can throw it in the melding pot. As a result, there has been a large upsurge in the number of people bringing two gathering Palicos to a quest. However, as a hunter, what I care about the most in my buddies is the ability to incapacitate a monster, so I can do damage. So I decided to run some tests and see which pair of buddies could get the most incapacitates, both in the shortest amount of time and over the course of a hunt. Now because I'm biased towards the Palamutes, I needed to give the Palicos the most advantages possible to ensure the integrity of the test. For the purposes of this test, any stun, sleep, paralysis, or trap would be considered an incapacitate. So, to give the Palicos the most chances, I gave them both the same sleep weapon the Palamutes would be using, and they both have status attack up equipped. As for their active skills, the Palicos are both gathering types, which gives them access to Endemic Life Barrage, which is potentially a lot of different types of incapacitates. I could have also made them assist Palicos, but in my experience they don't use that poison trap very often. Plus, gathering is the type that I see people use the most. Moving on to their other skills though, I gave both Palicos Whirlwind Assault, since it makes the Palicos do a lot of hits in a short amount of time, which is good for applying their weapon's status effect. Finally, one Palico had Shock Tripper, and the other had Shock Per Isn't. Let's move on to the Palamutes. The Palamutes were a lot more simple. For their gear, I used Dual Bladed Chain, since it does a lot of hits, and Blitz Swirl, which increases their attack speed. As for their passives, they both have status attack up, but they also have Artful Dodger, which seems to give them a % chance to automatically dodge any attack. I actually like that move a lot, since if they don't take hits, they are less likely to be stunned or have other effects that would have lowered their rate of attack. They also have the same sleep status weapon that the Palicos do. The monster I hunted was Magnamalo, since according to the hunter's notes, he's fairly resistant to sleep. I hunted him 10 times with each pair, and noted at what point during the quest he became incapacitated. I then organized my findings into 2 categories. The incapacitates that happened in under 3 minutes, which are the ones that are likely to be useful to speedrunners, and the incapacitates that happened from 3 to 10 minutes, which are useful to everyone else. My results were pretty definitive. Over the course of 10 hunts, the Palico team got 1 incapacitate in the first 3 minutes. It was a paralysis. On the other hand, the Palamutes put the monster to sleep in under 3 minutes all 10 times. In fact, the Palicos usually didn't start to use their skills until around the 5-minute marker. And even then they would sometimes use their skills badly, like placing shock traps in a poor location, or shooting Magnamalo with a paralysis endemic life during a moment when he's very mobile, and as a result he wouldn't stay in the paralysis cloud. All in all, I found that the Palamutes always got 3 sleep procs in the hunt, with the first 2 happening within 4 or 5 minutes. The Palicos, on the other hand, always got 2 stuns somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes into the hunt. And in 2 of the 10 hunts, they got a 3rd. Now obviously this is a small dataset, but it is consistent with my overall experience using the different buddies. I have had hunts where the Palicos don't ever use any of their incapacitating skills throughout the whole hunt. But the Palamutes always get their status effects out no matter how fast I'm trying to clear the hunt. In fact, in a recent speedrun I posted, my Palamutes managed to sleep the monster twice in about 3 minutes time. So my conclusion is that while Palicos have a lot of great effects, in terms of status effect Infliction, they are completely outperformed by the Palamutes. Which I think is nice, since Palamutes are the new addition to Rise, and I'd hate to see them outclassed in every way by the Palicos. Anyway, that's the end of this video. As always, thank you very much for watching.